All right, so if I look at my notes, that's because I'm trying to stay on script, because I can get very passionate about this, and we'll be off on a whole different conversation. You'll be like, now what was I saying again? So I'm gonna try to follow my notes. So as you know, well, this is how it all fits together. So the research I've done with Texas 10, right? I'll go through the research I've done with Texas 10, the importance of learning about freedom colonies and how it fits into this history of Washington County, my position as a community and economic development agent, and then I'll talk about those who build businesses and their contributions of the economy that were in Camptown area. So, Texas 10 got its name from those 10 areas that used to be a part of the Washington municipality. Those 10 areas are Washington, Montgomery, Milam, Brazos, Burleson, Grimes, Madison, San Jacinto, Walker, and Lee. At one point, they were all together, and Washington was where the courthouse was. But eventually, since beginning 1836, they all kind of broke off and became their own county. Now, Mr. Harrison understood the importance of how things were much more related, you know, and so he wanted to make sure that we explored research in all of those various areas because they're all related. So the mission of Texas 10 is to tell those untold or undertold stories, in particular about African Americans and their contributions in Washington County. So the book here is about those buried in Camptown Cemetery. Now we knew that there were some stories, right? But most of them were oral histories, not really nothing written down. So along came Charles Swenson after meeting Mr. Harrison and really getting to understand the cemetery. He started researching some of those people buried there. And he said his motivation was to get to know what was those dashes, right? So on a grave, on the headstone, you have sunrise date and sunset date. So he said, I want to know what was going on in those dashes. So he began to research and found just, he is just a prolific researcher. Even I admire him for that.